Getting started in Illustrator, we're going to create a new document. So create new. Window pops up and it prompts you with what type of new document do you want. So right here you're going to see anything recent that you've opened and its settings. So if you're just going to do a duplicate of something that you've already done, you can click here. Or if you need to do something that Illustrator has as a preset, up on the top you have options. So if you know it's going to be a printed document, you can hit the print menu and it shows you common paper sizes or common design sizes. Letter is a regular sheet of paper. If you know you're going to design for the web, you can hit the web button and it shows you common sizes for designing a web page. Over on the right side, you have custom build. So the first option is you can name it. I always suggest to students that they type something in just so that when they save it, it's already there, and if they accidentally save it to a location that they don't remember, it's easy to search for. So we know that this project is going to be a sketchbook project, so I'm typing in the name of that document. Next, you have the sizes for your artboard. Points, you're welcome to work in points. I know inches, so I'm going to switch over to inches. And one of the reasons I switch over to inches also is because when you're working in Illustrator, anytime it comes up with a measurement for something, it's going to be in inches, and that's set up right here. If you leave it on points, then all of your measurements in Illustrator are going to show you points. Our sketchbook size is going to be 9 inches by 12 inches, so I'm plugging that in. You have orientation. You can go portrait or landscape. In our case, we're going to say portrait. And here are the amount of artboards you're going to have, so the amount of pages. With this project, we're only doing one design, so I'm going to leave it at one artboard. We're going to skip the bleed section right now. That'll be for future use. This is when you have a design where it's going to come all the way to the edges. A professional printer will ask that you bleed your design over the actual cut space, and that ensures that the design will not have any offset or any white space shown when it prints out. So just leave that alone for right now. Lastly, you have your color mode, and because we're in print, it's automatically telling us we're going to be CMYK. Those are your printed colors, so cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, and those colors can mix together and create any colors in the printed form. So because I've told it print, that's why it's automatic. If I was in the web design, then it would go to RGB. I'm going to hit create. All right, your workspace, just the names that I will use. You have your artboard. You have your workspace here. And in Illustrator, you can draw on your artboard. You can draw in your workspace. The only thing that's going to get printed will be on your artboard. So if you need to practice something or try out something, you can do it in the workspace. This is your toolbar. I think the default is that it's one column, but at the top you have these 2 arrows. You can click that and be 2 column. You can also move this around. You have your menu options. I call this the option bar. You can customize that with the menu over here. Move it to the bottom, keep it on the top, and then you can also show what will be visible in your option bar. Over here, these are your panels. They're just kind of easy access for certain things or quick options. So there's one for color, and most of these, if not all of them, have a menu option that you can expand and show more. You can click on these and pull them out if you want them to remain open, and you can put them back. You can organize this however you like. If you accidentally close one of these, or if you need more open, these are window panels. That's how I like to refer to them. So up on your window menu, here are all of your panels. The toolbar is organized so that similar tools are grouped together. So there are these tiny little lines that separate your tools. The first group, these deal with selection. The second group, these deal with illustrating. The third group, it deals with transforming those illustrations. Fourth group, it deals with advanced color options. These two deal with basically presets, so you can spray symbols and you can build charts. And then the last group is how to maneuver around your artboard or create new artboards. So you have an artboard tool and you have a hand that moves your paper around. You have a zoom tool zooming in and out. You have a slice tool and that deals with web design. Here at the bottom, you have colors, and I'm going to say that in Illustrator, you have things located in multiple sections. So color, we not only see it here, we can also see color here. These are limited, those. These are your swatches, so you can save colors that you will commonly use up here, but color is also located up here. And you also have a color panel. But here's your fill color, and here is your outline color. These can swap by pushing this button. You can always go back to the default of white fill, black outline. Down here, you can go through previous or recent colors, your flat color and your gradient. And then the red slash, this means that you'll have no color. So right now my fill color is active, so I can click none and it will draw something without a fill. Go back to default. If I want my frame to not show up, I can activate it by clicking on it, and then I can hit none, and it will put the red slash or no fill for an outline. Go back to default. These three right here, this deals with where your illustration is going to show up. So if you want to draw and that illustration shows up or that object shows up in front of your other objects, it's this default one. If you want to draw behind, it's the second one. And then if I had something drawn already, this would be active, and I can select it to draw inside of. And then this button just changes your screen mode and how you view what's on your screen. So I can switch and not show my menus, not show my toolbar, or I can have that all showing. One last thing, when you hover on parts of Illustrator, it's going to tell you what you are hovering over, and it's also going to give you a keyboard shortcut. So for instance, if I hover above this, it shows me it's the paintbrush tool, and then parentheses it has B. The B signifies if I want to switch over to a paintbrush while I'm just on my workspace or on my artboard, I can hit the letter B, and now you see that I automatically switch over to the brush tool.